All right, guys, thank you so much for clicking on the video. This will be my first review for, of course, the Exploitation Station. The theme of this month is movies of the year 3000, which is the apocalyptic film. Definitely the first one that I wanted to jump in with. I kind of put it on the back burner for right now, and I went for a different one just because it sat on the shelf for a long time without me having seen it. Watched it once, kind of thing, and then just kind of forgot about it, and went back to review it again. That is none other than, of course, you guys can see by the tagline of this. That is Exterminators of the Year 3000. This is, in fact, the Screen Factory release. It's been out for a long time. You can still get this for like $15 on Amazon if you're interested in it. But I do know that Code Red originally released this as a DVD years ago before this one actually came out. But the good thing about this release is they actually took the interview that Code Red had done and ported it over to here. So you're getting the best of both worlds right here. And plus, this is a Blu-ray. Looks great. Can't complain about it. This film got a pretty decent budget. That's for sure. I've seen a lot of these post-apocalyptic films where you would just think the budget was maybe $500 at best at some points. This one definitely has a good budget for it. You can tell that by the explosions. There is one downfall to this film, though, definitely, and as you watch it, you can pick up on it, and that is the director hired a bunch of Italians and Spanish people to act in the movie who did not speak English very well. And while they were translating the script, even though there was people who spoke English on the set that would try to correct of how you would say, a complete phrase in English to make it appropriate, the director didn't go for that. So, unfortunately, you do see scenes like that in there, but it's just gives you, I think it gives just a little bit more flavor to laugh at it and have some fun with it. But this is, I'll butcher the director's name, but I'm going to try the best of my ability. That is Giuliano Carnino. He is a director who's also done a few of the Sartana films. If anybody's familiar with any of those Western films, which I've seen a pretty good bit of the films he done in that box set as well, which are pretty good films. The majority of this film right here was definitely shot in two different locations. If my memory serves me correctly, I got my notes here, but that is Italy and Spain, just due to the tax credit at that time in 1983 when this film was made. I'm trying to think too as well. It's 103-minute runtime, so yeah, it does drag a little bit. This definitely could have been chopped down to an easy, 80, 90-minute film. But it's got a good story to it. I definitely recommend anybody check it out who hasn't. I'm sure there's a lot of people who's bought a lot of Screen Factory up, especially during the sales and finding them out in the wild and stuff like that, who has probably picked this up just because it has the Screen Factory stamp on the back of it, just to add to their collection. It's probably selling their shelf without them watching it. So I'm guilty of that as well. But let's see what we got here. This film did get horrible reception when it first came out. It did not make hardly any money. The actor who is the lead in this, which I will probably butcher his name as well, which is Robert Enos. There is an interview with him on here for about 18 minutes that goes into really good detail of some of the complications they had on this set. This was one of those things where he was an American actor. He left, went to Italy, went to Spain to record this film and shoot it. And unfortunately, the weekly pay that he was supposed to be getting while he was in another country shooting it, it kept racking up and they weren't paying him. So at one point, him and his agent conspired together to say, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demand the money that they owe us up front, like right now, for the past couple of weeks we've shot, or we're just refusing to go on set to shoot any more of the film. And the actor said, believe it or not, they actually came up with the money instantly. So a really good interview on this. I dig it whenever they have the cast, especially like a lead, especially come on and do an interview. And it's really good and thorough. Like I said, 18 minutes is probably not a lengthy runtime to somebody for an interview, but at least it's something that's better than nothing. And he's pretty thorough. I'm trying to think of the film. Before the Fall of New York, he was supposed to go film that film. He was already slated to be the lead in it. But at that time, he said that basically he had an option where he could go to school to try to earn a degree. And he chose that route instead, which was probably a good thing because who knows if his career would have blossomed into something else from a lot of these post-apocalyptic kind of films. Let's see what we got. But yeah, the Sartana films that the director Giuliano Carmino he had done is I Am Sartana, Your Angel of Death, Sartana's Here, Your Trouble. Your Pistol for a Coffin. Those I've seen those before. Those are really good and everything. And this film, though, it's not in the same vein. The director actually has a nice long list of films that he's directed. He definitely had one extensive career, that's for sure. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything down right here. The name of the interview that is on here with the actor, which is Robert Enos, is Boogie Down with the Alien. His name's Alien in the film. Um, yeah, it's a really good film. Like I said, just based on the explosion, the action shots, it's edited. I was kind of surprised when I popped this in to see how really good and edited it was. Usually after these really low budget kind of films, and I'm not even saying this was a low budget film. I've dug all around just to see if I could find what the budget was for this film. I got two different references, and they were completely far apart. So I'm not even going to say them. But the way it's edited and everything, and the way it's shot, it's very fast paced. So there's not a whole lot of time you're just sitting around being bored to tears with it. So yeah, I highly recommend it for anybody who's interested in this. Like I said, Amazon has it for $14.99. Sometimes you can get this a little bit cheaper. I'm sure you could probably pop on eBay, probably grab one next to nothing, probably cheaper than that. But it's definitely worth a watch. And I watched it twice within a matter of a couple days back to back. So I enjoyed both runs of it. The story is pretty spot on. It's not that hard. Doesn't veer off too far. I'm sure a lot of you know that, especially with this genre of films, especially from the 80s, the story usually tends to take this huge, gigantic twist where you're going, what the fuck is going on? So this stuck to it pretty well. They stuck to the story. As I said, the script does suffer a little bit from this movie. The dialogue in it, you're probably going to see, as I was sitting there, you're going to see it as well if you watch this. There's a few scenes in there where you're just like, Jesus, like that's so far off from what anybody would actually say. But yeah, definitely give it a spin. Come back, let me know what you think about it. Hit me up in the comment section, guys. This is my first review for the exploitation station for the movies of the year 3000 genre. Anthony's already done two really good reviews. He does reviews a hell of a lot better than I do. I've already recorded this video twice and deleted it, so hopefully this is not the third time I'm doing this to delete it. But his first video was Solo Warriors, so if you want to go check that out, I've never even seen that film, and he makes me want to watch it. And Death Sport was his second review, and he's already got another one lined up, ready to go on here. So, but guys, make sure you check that out. Hit that like button, subscribe, show him some love in the comments, because Anthony puts a ton of work into this stuff. Everything you pretty much see, from thumbnails to getting a schedule together for what time the videos are going up. That man has his finger on the pulse of everything. So I'm pretty much just along for the ride, just to sit back and laugh and have fun with him. But it's a joy and it's an honor. So, but yeah, guys, show him some love and everything. And I assure you, this upcoming week, I will have two reviews. It was already hard enough to do just one, but I assure you two will be coming up, and you'll also get one more from Anthony. We're just going to kind of cycle it out. One week he'll do two, and I'll do one. And then the next week I'll do two, and he does one. So we do 6 films a piece. At the end of this all, we'll have our live stream with a special guest, and we got some cool things cooked up too, especially with the giveaway and all that stuff. So guys, please stay tuned in and show some love and support. We'll try to get this off the ground, and hopefully we'll get some people excited about it. And as I explained before, it's kind of nice to kind of sit back and not worry about all the new stuff that's coming out this week or next week on physical media. It's actually nice just to pause, go to the shelf, and pick something off that shelf that's been sitting there for God knows how long, maybe seen it once before 5 or 6 years ago. Go back and pick it back up and give it another spin again, and kind of dissect it just a little bit. There's definitely some key points in this film right here I'm sure everybody's going to love. I'm not going to spoil them for you, though. There is a great ending to this film. It did not suffer at all. I think the ending was fucking spot on perfect. So when you see this, or if you have seen this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, show some love in the comment section. Like I said, we'll get this off the ground, we'll get it running, and I'll be a little bit more on point and on schedule from now on, because this is literally the last minute that I'm putting this up. But guys, it's been a blast so far, and like I said, stay tuned. We got plenty more to come. And at this rate, I think we still have, well, let's see, he's done 2 and I've done 1. So yeah, we still got plenty more to go for this genre for movies of the year 3000. So that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys are doing well, and have some fun and give the movie a check. So good night, everybody.